Let me show you how to solve this kind of math question on the board. We are given 2 raised to the power of x minus 1 plus 2 raised to the power of x equal to 24. And we are expected to find the value of x. If you want to solve this question, the first thing you need to do is to rewrite this part of the equation. That's the first thing you need to do. Now the question is, how do you rewrite it? This is the solution. If you look at this number here is raised to 2 powers 1, 2. And the powers are being separated by this minus sign. Because it is raised to 2 powers that are being separated, you are going to rewrite this number twice. So we write this number twice. This is the first one, and this is the second one. Now we take this first power and put on top of this. We carry the second power, which is 1, and put on top of this one. Now let us look at the separator. The separator here is minus sign. Because the separator is a negative sign, we are going to put division in between these two numbers. Why? Because subtraction and division work together in indices. Then after that, we put this plus, and we write our 2 raised to the power of x equal to 24. Now, you have to know that this 2 raised to the power of x divided by 2 raised to the power of 1 can also be written like this. 2 raised to the power of x. In place of this, we put divided by 2 raised to the power of this 1. You understand? Then plus 2 raised to the power of x equal to 24. Now, this 2 here has power 1. And according to unity power law of indices, any number raised to the power of 1 is that same number. So 2 raised to the power of 1 is the same 2. So because it is the same 2, we can decide not to even write the 1. It's the same thing. You understand? So the next thing to do now is to clear out this fraction. We're going to clear out this fraction. And how do we clear out the fraction? We are going to do that by multiplying all through by 2, this 2 here. So that means we are going to multiply this first part. This we have 2 raised to the power of x over this 2. We multiply that by 2. Then plus 2 raised to the power of x. We multiply that by 2. Remember, we are multiplying all through by this 2. Then equal to this 24. We still multiply that by 2. This 2 here will cancel this 2. And we are going to be left with 2 raised to the power of x. So we have 2 raised to the power of x. Then plus 2 raised to the power of x times 2 will give us 2 raised to the power of x, then times 2. And write it like that. There is no problem with that. Then equal to 24 times 2 give us 48. So here we have 48. The next thing to do is to factorize. What is common between these two? 2 raised to the power of x is here. And 2 raised to the power of x is also here. So we can bring it out. In mathematics, we call it factorization. So let us bring out what is common here. We have 2 raised to the power of x because it is common. Now that we have brought out the 2 raised to the power of x that is common, we open a bracket and then use this 2 raised to the power of x divided by 2 raised to the power of x. Anything dividing itself is equal to 1. So when this one divides this, we are going to get 1. Then plus 2 raised to the power of x times 2. Then if you use this to divide this 2 raised to the power of x, 2 raised to the power of x here will cancel 2 raised to the power of x here. And we are going to be left with only these 2. We have 2. Then equal to 48. Now let us add what is inside the bracket. To have 2 raised to the power of x times 1 plus 2 is 3, equal to this 48. The next thing to do is to get rid of these 3 by dividing both sides by 3. So divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. 3 will cancel 3. And we are left with 2 raised to the power of x equal to 48 divided by 3. That will give us 16. So here we have 16. The next thing to do is to write this 16 in exponential form such that it is going to be in base 2. 16 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 4, because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 into 4 places will give us 16. So we are going to replace this 16 with 2 raised to the power of 4. So let's write down this 2 raised to the power of x equal to, in place of this, we put 2 raised to the power of 4. Now, because the bases are the same, they will cancel. So this one will cancel this. And we have x equal to 4. And this is the answer to this question.